all, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time we can relax and craft together in the evening here. All right, we're continuing the embroidery of the month, which is the penguins. We got this little feller, the snowboarder, done, and we're going to finish up this skier, the little skiing penguin, tonight. I'm going to try and go super speed tonight because hopefully we still get it done tomorrow, but we still have all of the snow and the ski hill behind them to do yet. So if we can get the penguin done and maybe some of that snow done tonight, then maybe we can still get it done tomorrow. So still planning on timing it out for tomorrow. So thanks again for joining. Let's get stitching. All right, here we are. Got all my stuff around me still. All right, let's zoom me on in. So bear with me a sec here. Okay, we are ready. All right, and where we left off last night, we were satin stitching this guy's head. So we still have his eyes to do and the beak, so we'll do those next. But we still have his little chin area, the little rest of the black part to do. So we'll start there. And it looks like I already have a strand of 3 ready to go, so that's great. Ooh, and just a reminder, you guys, tomorrow is the last day for our big ABC bundle sale. This is funny. Whenever I grab a bit of this and go like this, I feel like it always comes up on the pig. But we got all our cute little dudes in here. Anywho, so the sale on the bundle with fabric and floss and the scissors and all that ends midnight tomorrow. So I mean all of Friday yet. So wanted to remind you guys of that, and thanks everyone for your orders already. They are starting to go out. I cut a bunch more fabric today with my magical giant rotary cutter machine, which I love using. And yeah, so we'll start stitching all of those on the 31st this month, right before the new embroidery of the month. That's coming up too, you guys. January, we're almost done with you. All right, so I'm going to weave in the ends. Let's see, I want to end up on... Yeah, we'll just start on the right side here. Okay, let's just weave in here. So let me know how y'all are doing today. It's, I think, the coldest day of the season today, it seems like. I think the warmest it got by us was 4 degrees. We actually had to go out and about a little bit today, so it was 4 degrees with a wind chill of, -20. So that's exciting. All right, this one's going to be a long one going all the way to the other side. This is probably our longest stitch here. We'll go right there, and then I think I got to do a little one underneath his beak here. Yep. We did manage to go for a walk yet. It was a short walk. We would have done the full walk. Yesterday, it was pretty cold too, and we did a nice big long walk in the neighborhood. But John had a meeting, so we just decided to do a quick, brisk walk. But we went up some hills on purpose, so still have done our walk every day this year. All right, I'm going to do this side first. I gotta fill in the little kind of triangle there, and then the little triangle there. So that was a chilly one. I had the full mutton chop hat going for me though, and I'm telling you, that's changed my winter. Oh, it was the coldest by you in central Wisconsin too, Joe? Yeah. So I bet you're going to get that tomorrow, too. You guys usually get what we get, half a day or a day later, and it was pretty cold yesterday, too. I feel like it was breezier yesterday. But yeah, ooh, it was crispy crisp. Car did not want to go right away. I think I'm going to do one more tiny stitch here, and then I think I'll finish off that little gap with a back stitch. I think that'll do the job. Okay. There we go over there. Let's get the rest of the satin stitch on this side. We're getting that little curve from just shortening our stitch each time. I think I'll do the eyeballs first, just because it's weird without the eyeballs. Ooh, that's white though. We haven't gotten any of our white floss out yet. We'll be using that a lot in a little bit. The whole background is the white. Ooh, that last stitch is kind of big. I might actually take that out. Geez, I'm being picky already, and it's not even 9. Usually I start getting perfection brain starts kicking in the later it gets here. Man, maybe I'm just tired. Perfection brain's kicking in early here. Usually I'm pretty good at just sticking to the 80% good is good enough, but man, I had to take out that stitch just there, a teeny tiny, one thread over, and I had to take it out. But I'm not putting any back stitch or anything on the outside of this, so whatever I put on the edge, wherever I land with my needle here, that's going to be the final edge. So I guess that's why I was being a little picky. Oh, something is better than nothing, for sure, for our walk. That's how I feel. We still made the effort. There was one day when I'm like, I don't want to go today. I'm not going to remind John or anything. And then he remembered at right after or maybe it was the weekend. So he remembered at 9 p.m. or something. And then we went out. I'm like, yeah, this is good that we did it. So we went for a long walk then, or a late walk. All right, so I think that's it for the black. Yeah, black is done on this piece. I think that turned out really nice. That's a good little satin stitch going there. It's filled in nice. So, all right, let's weave in our ends, and let's do the little French knots for the eyes and be done with those. And then we'll go back to the all the skis and that sort of stuff. Okay. Let's see. Snowflake, that's appropriate. Appropriate color name for this. All right. Oh, but man, it's been chilly in the house here. Yesterday, I wore 4 different long sleeve shirts. I'm gonna put my little cuffs back tonight. It's a little, these guys are a little in my way for the embroidery. Today I just have one sweatshirt on and my warm sweater here, but I could have used another one. I think I did wear long underwear though when we went out and for our walk. Oh, Teresa says I'm looking forward to receiving this kit. Yay! I'm guessing it'll be there soon. All right, 3 strands. Zoop. Ready to go. I told John we should skip today and just knit and watch Harry Potter for the whole day. That didn't happen, but doesn't that sound nice? I'm like, I'll knit and watch Harry Potter all day, and I'll teach you to knit, and then we both can knit and watch Harry Potter all day. That sounded nice. All right, I'm going to weave in the ends again here, and then we'll get those two little eyeballs. And then that's all I'll need right now for this white. You know, I could actually use up this white. Why don't we do that? I'm going to keep going with this white. I think that'll save us some time. Let's see, I'm on the back side here. Like, because we got all these French knots, and I can start doing this little snowflake. Maybe we just start doing that. So, all right. I kind of left a little space here where the eye is, but I can just kind of shush these satin stitches out of the way a little bit to kind of see where to go. And I think it was right there. That looks good. Yeah, I'm just going to go till I use up this thread. That'll save us some time tomorrow, I think. All right, little eyeball too. There we go. I'm just going to shuffle that satin stitch a little bit. There we go. Now that's all nice again. Great. Okay. All right, let's just keep going with this white, like I said, and jump up and do some of these things. Maybe I'll start. I could start with these French knots. Yeah, I'm going to do these French knots there, and then and here maybe, and then I'll do this little snowflake and kind of work my way back, I think. All right, so I'm just going to start jumping around here. Little French knot. So again, I'm starting on one side of the dot. Then I'm holding it with my left hand, and I'm pointing the needle towards my left hand, and then going around twice. Then I'm going to hold those loops on the needle, point the needle back towards the fabric, and go on the other side of the dot, about halfway with my needle, and then I can pull the threads so they're tight against the fabric and just tight against the needle and tight against the fabric, and then I'm going to just hold it there with my thumb and then pull the rest of the way through, and we got a nice little French knot. I'm going to do that for these other fellers. And we'll start this first big snowflake. Hey Deborah. Hey Letitia. Oh, I ordered the ABCs. What size will the quilt be? I'll have a little bit more info on the quilt coming up, so I don't have all that right now, but I will soon. Okay, for this guy, I think we'll just do all these little V's and then cross over with these long lines. So I will get together kind of, if you want to do the quilt, how I'm going to be doing it, which is like the quilt as you go method. So I'll have like cute little sashing pieces in the middle. That's like part of the quilt as you go. I think I'll just go right in here and cross right over. But I'll have kind of measurements for what I'll be doing for that soon. And we'll probably send for sure we'll send an email out about it, but I'll have that all written down and stuff too. So I'm still going to go back to this penguin here. I'm just like, might as well use up this white thread. So I'm just going to go till this is done. Oops, I think I get a little red fuzzle from my sweater in there. This could have maybe been more than one big giant stitch, but I think we're fine. Oh, we talked about a little bit yesterday or the day before, like what can be made out of these, and we said, oh, you can do like a zipper pouch, and I didn't have one nearby, but I found one today. Remember, we made this guy a couple months ago into a zipper pouch, and I decided, hey, I need a zipper pouch for my new darning tools. So my little like speed weave darning tools. So this is just like so satisfying when you turn, you just push this, and then all these little hooks turn the other way. It's so fun. But anyway, so I needed a bag for that stuff now since I got all that in the mail. So I'm deciding that our cute little oak leaves bag that we made, that one's gonna be my darning tool. So I'm just gonna have soon I'll have, oh, I guess I did have, oh, this wasn't embroidery, this was tatting. So soon I'm gonna just have my little row of bags all lined up, and that's just gonna be all my different types of crafts. So I can just grab, okay, I need tatting, or okay, I need the darning. It's gonna be like my little library of different types of crafts. So I'm kind of super excited about that. I figure, okay, so that one kind of represents October and fall, and that's like when you gotta start getting those wool socks ready and all that. So the darning tools gotta come out. So that's my little reminder that that's the darning bin. Oh, Catherine, I think it's going to be super fun to make that into a quilt. I got my old quilt that I made out of the animals a while back, and it just makes me smile. It's just cute, and so I'm excited to make another one for sure. This one will be a little bit different because we will do the quilt as you go method. I learned a lot about quilting since I made the last one. The last one was just like stitching in the ditch. And that was it. So we'll play with quilting a little bit more. And yeah, so the sashing will be a little bit smaller because it'll be the quilt as you go method and that sort of thing too. But I think it'll be fun. And I think we'll try and make some other projects with them throughout the year too. Almost done with this feller. I think I'll probably get these. Maybe I'll do them right now. These other two little French knots that are hanging out here. I think I'll do them right now and then come back to where I left off here. I suppose we got to move this guy soon. Are there any hiding up there? Oh, there is one up there. All right. Maybe I'll get that one when maybe I should do that one right now. Hold on, let's move our needle minder. I'll just let this guy sit next to me here, and I'll just toss my needle at him maybe. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to put him down here. I like having the needle minder on here. We'll put him down here, and when we do those little French knots down there, I'll just have to move it again. Okay, so I'm going to do all three of these and then come back around. So the kit does not come with everything to make the quilt. It's more of a stitch along than it is a quilt along. I'm just kind of making mine into a quilt as we go. What it does come with is all the fabric that you'll put the embroideries on. So it does come with all of the muslin. So we'll talk about, like, if you did want to make it into a quilt, like how I'm doing. I'll talk a little bit later about, how much you might need. I think it'd be a really great, thing to use up scraps too, because you just need little strips for the little sashing pieces and stuff. So that's all extra, and batting and whatever you use for the back and all that. But I'll figure out kind of what I'm doing for that, and I'll get like measurements and stuff for that. So it'll definitely be a bunch of stitching first before we're sewing it into anything. So we'll do that for a bit. All right, here's my last stitch here. So it comes with everything you need to stitch it. The floss is more like a starter pack, so you may need to replenish some floss colors as you go along, depending, what colors you choose. You don't have to use the exact colors in the patterns. So that's what's kind of fun. You can do it however you want. So you have like all the colors to start out with, and then as we go along, you might decide to get more of those too. But it does have all the fabric plus extras for the stitching part of it. So like 30 pieces of fabric to use to stitch on. You only need 26, but in case you need a few extra, then they're in there. Joe, I'm going to attempt to do 2 letters a month. So we are going to stitch all of week 1 and all of week 2. So like the first week will be the first letter, and then the second week will be the second letter for the month. And we're going to go in order through the alphabet, I think. So some of those might go a whole lot faster, and in those extra days, then we can play with making some other things out of them and working on the actual quilt as you go part 2. So we might just, start sewing them and quilting them together right away too. But I'm thinking that probably won't be immediately. We'll start with just like stitching some. But my thought is that we do the 2 a month. Because I didn't want it to take like 2.5 years to do. So I figured, maybe let's just try and do 2. So we're going to be doing a lot of embroidery here soon, but I think that'll be fun. And then we'll make them into other cute things too. All right, I think I'm going to I think I have a longer piece here. Let's do that. So I'm jumping back to our little penguin now. I was just going till I ran out of that white floss. I want to do his beak, and then let's do his poles. Those are orange, so we'll do both of the poles. Actually, I might maybe I'll start with a pole, then do the beak, and then go down and do the other pole. Then I can do it where I don't cross over his belly, really. I'm not going to use any fusible for the back, Catherine, but you're welcome to. Maybe we could play around with that for a few. So the nice thing, you started crocheting, also nice. Let's see. We can do whatever we want with this, right? So, you don't have to do the whole alphabet if you don't want. You could just do names, or if you want to try, filling them in, like not just doing the outlines, or try different colors. That's great. And yeah, we could try different ways to finish it. Like maybe we hand quilt one, or maybe we do fill in one. We can play around with what we got. So like, how do you take one of these outline sort of characters and you fill it in with everything? Like that would be a fun thing to try. Oh, Country Green Mama, what is a needle minder? So a needle minder, that's what this guy is here. And all it is something with a magnet. So there's actually a magnet on the back and the front, and you can throw your needle there. So if I'm working on something else or grabbing something or needing to use the scissors or whatever, I can just toss my needle on there. Or if I have a spare needle, if I'm using like two threads at once for some reason, if I'm being fancy, then I can have that other needle waiting, and it's just to kind of mind your needle, like so it's just so you always know where your needle is. I have mine just attached to the piece right now, but sometimes I just let them sit on the table nearby, and that works well. Oh, am I talking to people on another live? So, yep, I am streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok right now. So I'm answering questions from all those places. Oh, Amy says, I think shadow boxing the blocks would be adorable. Oh, what does that mean? Like having like light show through them? Or I guess I don't know quite. I'm sure that's just like a look or technique or something, but I need no more. So, Catherine, I'm going to be stitching it just like exactly how I'm doing all these. I'm not going to put like a backing or anything on. But you totally could if you want, if you're more comfortable with... I know some people put like two pieces of fabric together that they stitch through, and that can, hide stitches or whatever, but I'm doing it just like this. Ooh, a snowflake said, "Oh, just snowflakes and French knots." We have our last month's design was very similar to that. It was just like one big snowflake with a whole pile of French knots and like nice swirls and stuff. That's our snowflake. What did we call that one? That snowflake mandala love or something. I forget. But that was our last month's, and so we do, if you want to check it out, it is up on the website. Oh, I think it's called like Winter Love. So that is available there. All right, I think I'm gonna actually I don't want to jump straight to the beak because I don't want that. I mean, I have these big jumps here, but I'm just gonna kind of travel back through the embroidery and then back up to get to the beak, just so it's kind of hidden. There we go. I would love to just do a pile of snowflakes, so that would be fun, just a series of different snowflakes. I don't know, I'm like obsessed with snowflakes lately. I mean, it is winter, but like I want to do that. I just got that like, oh, I have it in arm's reach. I just got that 4 dozen tatted snowflakes book, so I want to go through all of those. I just like am very much wanting to do everything snowflakes lately. I added a bunch of snowflakes in this one, even though we just did a snowflake one. Next one won't have snowflakes, though. So we'll be done with snowflakes for a little bit after this guy. Oh, thanks so much, Crunchy Green Mama. It's always fun to read people's names on TikTok. Oh, like having a shadow box. Amy says, okay, shadow boxing is like having a shadow under, off to the one side. Oh, yes. So like the quilting, like the strips that you put around. So like two would be light around and two would be dark, and then that it looks like it gives the like optical illusion of like three-dimensionality. I totally get what you're saying. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that's what that was called. I've seen quilts like that. Actually, I think that was like the Splendid Sampler, the last Splendid Sampler, Splendor Sampler 2. That's how they did that one. I'm gonna sneeze, you guys. Sorry about that. Ugh, maybe I'm not. But my mom did that effect for hers, and it turned out really nice. Did I do that for mine? Oh, wait. No, I'm still working on mine. Ooh, we need to get that done. So that's right. So the 4th week of the month, we're going to do 1 block from the Splendid Sampler 2, and then it would be a free week after that. So forgot about that. Like, where's my Splendid Sampler 2 quilt? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm only halfway done with it. Oh, it's called an attic window block. Oh, interesting. Both those seem visually accurate. So Rockin' Robinson, did I order a pack of thread? A pack of thread did come with the bundle, so you'll get a pack of thread with that. And I don't remember if you ordered another one. I know someone ordered an additional one. I remember seeing that, but I can't remember if it was yours. I did get your little red scissors, stork scissors in there though, and your scissors sheath. I remember that. Okay, you didn't. So okay. Yep. So it does come with one then. So it comes with the full pack of 23. Alright, you're done, Mr. Beak. See how that just kind of cleaned up that edge? We had all that kind of raw edge in there, and now it's got some shape to it, that little beak. Alright, so I'm going to go back. We still have to do the last little pull, and I think that's it for this orange then. So I'm just kind of shimmying down there again. And that will be that. I haven't gone skiing in a long time, which is a huge bummer. Oh man, though my brother, he's been getting oodles and oodles of snow. They actually, he's up in like the Snoqualmie Pass, and they were snowed in, like the whole town was snowed in for a few days, and they didn't have like power and stuff for a little while. I mean, they're pretty good at outdoorsying it and stuff, so they had their, I mean, they weren't outdoors, but they had, their fire, their stove, wood fire, their wood stove, there, that's the word. And they looked pretty comfortable still. But dang, we get like 4 inches of snow, and it's like, oh my god, and then, they're like, oh, we got 4 feet of snow. Oh, you think you ordered one before I knew about the pack? Oh, so you'll probably want it, because I'm sure that pack is not going to last for the entirety of the project, most likely, especially if, you're using lots of one color or something like that, like if you choose different colors and what's in there and stuff. So you'll probably want that second pack. But, it's going to be a slow motion thing throughout the year, so you can always gauge. You'll have plenty of time to see if you need more of any thread or whatever as we go along, because it's going to be throughout the whole year, not just all at once. Okay, hello, filler. What else should we do with you? Okay, why don't we do his little skis next, and then we'll work on his little boots there, and then, and we got to do the little like safety disc or whatever on the poles. So, and his earmuffs. Gosh, we got tons of him to do yet. Let's start with the skis though. Let's just go down to up or something. I'm like, hey, we're practically done with this guy, and nope, we got like 4 more colors worth of stuff, or 3 more to do yet. But hey, we got a head start on the snowflake stuff, so that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna weave into. I'm going to weave into his back side here. And we'll jump down to the skis. 1, 2. Oops, I didn't really get much there. And I kind of untucked one, but I think we're fine. Let's just get all the way down here. All right. Sometimes with the back stitch, I do the first stitch forward, and then the rest I go backwards. All right, skis are blue, and then his ski boots are gray, and the buckles are red. Okay. Having that in my mind for next steps. Dropped my needle. Ooh, got a little tangle there. There we go. One of these days I might get Twitch set up and then we could be streaming there too. We'll see. Oh, shadow block, not shadow box. Okay, I see what you're saying. I think they both work. Both works. Oh, it's different than Attic Window. Oh, Attic Window is the one that has like the little angle at the one, like where you have like the little half square triangle in the corner to make it look like a little like angle. I think that's the Attic Window one. You're right. I think those are two different things. I think we made one of those for what did we ever do with that? Oh, I know. It's in another unfinished project. Remember when we did all those super basic quilt blocks? We're just like, what are all these? And let's learn how to do all of them. I put them in the Aurifil Block of the Month quilt. So we still have a back to finish for that, and then I have to put quilt all that together. I'm just like up into my eyeballs of quilts that need quilted. But we talked about, I think instead of doing all of the quilting live, since I don't have a great setup here for quilting, I was thinking we'd go, this is my mom's idea, I would quilt at my mom's house and we'd film it and I would just put like some little edited little things together, but while I'm doing it, we'd still do like our normal live and I would just show you where I'm at with it and then we'd quilt some more, but versus me doing only like 1 hour an evening on it, like with quilting, sometimes I just like to jam it all on through. So, like, you know, doing 8 hours of quilting in a day or something. Oh, that sounds tiring, but like 6 hours. Oh, you never heard of Twitch? We need a list. Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy? So Twitch is more for like gamers. So my brother like is full-time on Twitch basically, which is amazing. But they have a whole craft area of people just doing craft stuff, and it's just interesting, and I think it'd be just as simple as plugging on in, like how I'm on YouTube and Facebook right now. TikTok's a little different. That has to be on its own deal here. I can't be on all three with the same system, but I think on Twitch I can. I don't know. That would take time to set up, and I have not done that. And you're right, it's like a whole other thing, another thing to learn. Oh, is Aurifil doing a quilt for 2022? Grace is asking. So, I don't know for sure, but I would like to think so. They did one after the one that we did. It was based on animals, I think. like they have a different theme each year. I should look that up. I don't know if they're, I mean, like, I would expect them to, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I'd be curious what they're up to for this year. Ugh, I gotta just stack all those quilts together sometime and make a plan, I think. Some of them, the backs aren't quite done. So it'd be nice, some of these, like, free weeks, or maybe a Saturday, Saturday stitch along, Saturday marathon stitch along thing. It'd be nice to pop in maybe and finish up the backs of some of this stuff. That'd be good. Then I'll have to spend a week at my parents' or something, and, we'll do embroidery in the evenings, and then I'll quilt during the day, and then that last week we'll do a pile of quilting. Or I guess that would be a month. So I'd go like a week that we'd be quilting or something. Oh, Laura says they are, Grace, they are doing in Orfil. She says, applique flowers, oh, cute, and a variegated Orfil thread. Ooh! Well, that sounds fancy and pretty. I'll have to take a look at that. Cool, so all like applique flowers, that could get really pretty. And the variegated, that'd be neat to do a whole project with variegated. But, I don't know, who's buying a ton of variegated thread? I mean, that'd be awesome. I'd buy like a couple maybe, but not like all different kinds for each month. But I suppose that's the whole game, because you can win those, and didn't someone here win one of the Orfil bundles from that, because they have a giveaway each time? By the way, we will be doing some giveaways during the months for, to do with the ABC quilt as well. So we'll have more info on that soon too, but we'll be doing some fun giveaways for that. Oh, Joe says I usually only do stitch in the ditch quilting. Yep, that's what my whole other ABC quilt, the first ABC quilt, was just all stitch in the ditch, which gets the job done, and it's perfectly lovely. Maybe I'll do that with some of the Orfil blocks. That'd be kind of easy. All those decisions have to be made. I think that's why I haven't done it yet. Too much. It's all in decision-making mode. All right, I think that's it for the blue for this whole project here. Let's weave in right here. One, two, I always have to count. Three. All right. I like just being able to toss my needle at something and know it's in the right spot. All right, let's do the gray boots, and then we'll get the, oh, I did this wrong, I think. Oh, well. I did the little tip of the poles orange. Oh, I think I did that on the sample, too. Yep, I did on the sample, but in the instructions I actually have those gray. So on the cover it'll be the orange, but on the inside I have it gray. I think it'll be fine either way. But whoops, I stitched that different. All right, let's do the gray boots and the gray little safety protector things. I think maybe I'll start up here and I'll do that circle, then I'll kind of jump down here and then jump here and then jump up here and do the circle. I think we're going to do that long way about so I don't have to start and stop a bunch of times. 1, 2, needle. Alright, yeah, I'm going to start up there. You know, it's been so cold out, but it is an excuse for me to wear my fuzzy hat and my boots, both of which I just love wearing. So, it's not all bad getting out in the cold. All right, going around this little dude. Two more little stitches. Then I'll go down to the boots, get those. And I think I'm just going to go straight down to them. We'll just weave into these stitches, and I'm going to just jump right on down into these skis, and I think that'll probably get us there. Ooh, I don't know if we'll like just get the penguin done, but we did do extra over here. But yeah, we'll have a lot to do on Friday though still, I think. Maybe we'll get there. If not, we'll just have maybe a teensy bit more to do on Monday. Or we'll just push through and get it all done tomorrow. Okay. I feel bad for like the mailmen on days like today. We always have like a mail pickup and the guy's so nice, but man, on a day like today, it would be tough going around everywhere. Unless you got the fuzzy hat, I suppose. That fuzzy hat changes all. All right. Let's just start by making a big stitch here. I looked at that cute tatting pattern of the tatting shuttle. I didn't actually realize it was a tatting shuttle until you guys mentioned that. And I see it now. I just thought it was like a decorative little flourish. But anyway, I was reading through the instructions, and there are definitely a couple of things on there that I don't know what they're talking about, like some abbreviations that I don't know. And I'm not sure how to read the instructions a little bit, so I'm going to have to do a little research and write some notes down on that for myself, and then we can maybe do it again. That'd be a fun like Saturday thing to do or something. Alright, last stitch here, then I'm going to jump back up and do this circle, and then we'll be done with all of the gray. Okay, that's good. Then we'll get the pop of red next. I think I'll start with his buckles and then go up to the top to his earmuffs. Oh, thanks, Anne. Oh, or do you mean the that tatting pattern? I think that's really cute. And it seemed straightforward enough, except for like just from looking at the picture, but reading the instructions, I'm like, dang it, I don't know what that abbreviation is, and just the way that they wrote it was a little concise in areas, and I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure that I'm thinking about that correctly, so I just need to study it a little bit more and do notes. Soon I'll know how to do all that stuff, but I don't know how to do it all yet. There we go. And I think we'll get the red going, and we might just get his little boots done tonight, but we'll see. Oh, I got a piece ready, so that's good. That'll speed things up. Okay. Boots. Side did I do that on? Okay. Sometimes when I flip it around, I lose perspective of what side I was on. My spatial reasoning goes out of whack. Ooh, Marsha, you have a long arm. That's exciting. That'd be fun. I do have an industrial sewing machine, like one of those like industrial Jukies that, like an old school one that they use. I got it on Craigslist or eBay or something from in town here from a student from the tech college that has a fashion program, and she had it for that. And I got it from her. And I don't use it often. Or hardly at all, but now I have it out where I want to like learn how to use it more. So I got that set up a little bit today, and I'm basically wanting to sew all my scraps, because I actually keep all the scraps from cutting these squares out, and like the reject pieces, like sometimes they'll have like, if it has like a red line down the middle, or if it's just too wrinkly or something, I'll pull it out. But I save all that, and I just kind of want to sew them all together and start making like these small quilts or something that I applicate other scraps to or something. But I don't know. I'm just kind of wanting to sew a little bit here and there on that and learn that machine. Still feeling a need to use up all the stuff. But that one has a larger neck, so it would be kind of cool to try and use that for quilting at some point. Ooh, but I would love a long arm setup. I would need a space for that, though, for sure. Someday I just want a big old barn that has, like, all the different crafts just set up so you can just walk over 6 feet and then you'll be at the long arm area, and then you walk over another 6 feet and then you'll be in the yarn area, or you'll walk to the other side and then there'll be like painting stuff there and drawing stuff. And I want everything out like mid-project so you can just, there's no setup, it's just all right there. That would be the goal. I suppose you'd have to have little couches everywhere too. I don't know. All right, we got his little red buckles. The industrial sewing machines are definitely easier to stitch in the ditch with. Oh, so I have not done any quilting on it yet, but that's what I want to try and do. I want to so sew all my old scraps together and then try and quilt those into something I think would be just to use up bins of, like, I have bins upon bins of fabric scraps that are just like these muslin scraps. So that would be awesome to start, like, just, all of a sudden I have an empty bin because I used up all that fabric. I just, it's like slow motion cleaning, honestly, if I'm really saying it, but that thing just goes whoosh really fast. So I'm getting used to it. I actually did the bobbin, ran out of the bobbin for the first time and had to figure that out, but it worked, so it just took a little while. The longer arm gives more space for the rolled up quilt to fit. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm like, ooh, this would be great for that. So I'm kind of excited. I'm just kind of thinking, maybe if I just need 5 minutes to just chill or something, I'll just turn on the switch, because now I have it all plugged in and set up where I can just turn it on and go. Like, maybe I'll just like go over there and do that for 5 minutes and then that'll be good. So I'm like 5 minutes at a time using up that fabric, I think. We'll see if that's how it goes. All right, so one of these guys, I think I'm just going to finish this up. So this is just because, we got 1 minute left. I think we'll still get this done. It'd be silly to stop now. So, all right, this part is chain stitch. So it's just like, so it looks like a little bit bigger of a band. And then that last earmuff is backstitch again. So I'm just going to, oops, got caught there. Do the chain stitch here. This is just like how we did it over on the other penguin. I did buy, this was a long time ago, and I haven't used it yet, but I did buy a, like, darning foot, with the circle, like a long arm, not a long arm quilting foot, but like a quilting foot, which is basically like a darning foot for that industrial, like, fashion jukey thing. So theoretically I could do free motion quilting on there too, which would be really fun. I'd probably have to turn the speed down. I think there's a dial. I love how just straight physical it is, though. Like, there's no computer. It's just like you tighten this thing a little bit or loosen it, and that changes the whole like how fast it goes, and it's just all super mechanical. You lift up the machine and you have to pour oil into a big vat that's underneath it, and that's how you oil it. So you just have to check that every once in a while, and it has like a little cord in, so like, so it sucks up the oil into the machine, so you don't have to like take the machine apart like the home sewing machines a little bit, or like you don't have to oil a bunch of different spots. You just fill it up and check it every once in a while and put more in. So that's kind of fun. All right, just put my final little tacking that stitch down there, and let's get around this guy quick, and he'll be donezo too. 2 more stitches, and I think we got it. Okay, cute. Oh, I like him. I like how he turned out. All right, let's weave in this end. And there. So tomorrow, I don't know, this is going to be a lot to get done in one day tomorrow, but we already got a start on it tonight, so I think we're still in decent shape for getting this whole thing done tomorrow. There we go. So tomorrow will be all white. So this has some chain stitch in there. We got to get all these lines. There's some lines hiding over here. Man, we're going like the whole swath of the piece tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Barbara says cute penguins. Oh, can we do a quick demo of the chain stitch? Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do that quick. Oh, you got your eye on a treadle sewing machine. Ugh, I would freaking love one. So we actually have I'm going to show you how to do the chain stitch now here. But we do actually have a treadle base. I think I'm actually just, I'll do a demo on the thing that I actually do need to do chain stitch on. So we'll just get like a little start on tomorrow. Ooh, come here, guy. But yeah, a treadle one would be so fun. But yeah, so we have a base that we got at like some antique place. Someone had turned it into a table, so we would have to make a whole new top to it. But my husband, and I've used this here before, we own his great-grandmother's sewing machine. It's like a 1929 Singer sewing machine, and that's been converted to... we learned some history on it. So it used to be a treadle. This was common for the time. It used to be a treadle, but then you could get motor attachments. So motors came out for the sewing machine. So all the people took their old treadles and converted them. So they just stuck a motor on the back. So we're like, oh, it'd be so fun if we ever made a table for the base that we have to convert that back to a treadle. Oh, I would love how to do that. All right, I'm going to show you how to I'll do a chain stitch down this row here. I'll just show you kind of the main way I do it. So I'm going to go from this line to this line. So I'm coming up on the beginning of the line. Oh, sorry, I was like, oh, that's totally fine. All right, and I'm going to take my thread and kind of make it into a loop, which basically means I'm going to get it on the other side of the line here. So you see I kind of have it in a shape here. And I'm going to go back into the exact same hole at the beginning of the line. And I'm going to pull my thread through just a little. And then I'm going to come up on that line like a stitch length away, so like 1/8 of an inch or so right there. And you can see I'm bringing up the needle. It's within that little like loop we made. Which will make sense here. So when I pull, see, so my thread's getting smaller, this loop, and it's getting blocked with this thread here, and it's going to make just this little like teardrop shape. Now don't pull super tight because then it'll just look like 2 straight lines next to each other, so leave it like loose and lazy, and it'll be that cute little teardrop shape. So that's the first stitch. Now do the rest of them, it's just the same way. So I'm going to have this little kind of arc going. I'm going to go in the exact same hole. So I'm going inside that loop and in that exact same hole that this thread is coming out of. So pulling it through a little and then coming up right away. I think we'll do 4 stitches on these. Yeah. So then I can come up, and again, I'm coming up inside this arc. So when I pull, it kind of stops the thread there, and we got another little cute baby loop there. And I'll show you how to anchor it too, because I think we'll probably I'll probably anchor each of these at the points here. So I'm going to do my 3rd one, coming up in that loop again. And here's my last one. I'm going to end it right here. And now you need to make one last stitch, otherwise it'll flop open, kind of like this. So you need to actually tack down that loop. So all I'm going to do is make the teensiest little stitch right on the other side of that loop, and that will tack it down. So there we go. So we got our cute little chains. Oh, yep, it looks like a chain, exactly. So that's the chain stitch, and you can do a lot with it. So we did it here, but here we stacked a couple lines on top of each other, and I could keep stacking it up, and it would almost look like a knit sweater almost if you put like a bunch of them next to each other. But there we go. So that's the chain stitch. So that's what I'll continue tomorrow. I'll just start right here. We're all ready to go. We'll just continue going around there, and then this second line is going to be chain stitches as well. And then the rest will be back stitches and French knots, and we'll get through all of that. There, so I got a good head start for tomorrow. I even got the thread on there, so that was great. So awesome, you guys. So that's where we'll call it tonight. I will be here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So I'll be around. Again, I won't be here at the weekend, and then Monday I'll be back at 8:30 p.m. Central again. So hopefully y'all stay warm. I think it'll be a little bit warmer here tomorrow, but it's supposed to get cold here tonight yet, but it's all cold. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Good night.